Been watching a guy on the Retribalize project. I think he's American. And what I'm talking about is actually what he's doing. Like over Christmas dinner, and all that. Go visit 100 different families, 100 different people. It's finally I can bloody rest. But had a good chat with a few people there, with all this financial stress in the society and that. And I brought up my idea, do a farming project and have a few little homesteads on the farm, not living on top of each other. Your tribe's got to be put together with people you actually get along with. But I brought that up and someone said, well, what if you don't want to live on a farm? Like there's people in Mossman, North Sydney, that have been living there their whole life when the place was working class. Now the place is top end. So you're getting these former working class people on pensions, elderly, can't afford to live where they grew up. I believe they should be exempt from the property rates and everything of the rich and wealthy because they've been in that. They are locals. They've been in that area since time began. But no, they're not. They're hit with monstrous fees. Now, if they haven't got family that help them, they're screwed. They'll lose their home. Yep. And then we got others that can't get into the housing market. And what have they done to us? They broke down the tribe within us. They broke that down. They got rid of it. Now, not only have they broke that down now they're attacking the family nucleus. They're breaking that down. More divorce rates. Educating your kids in a specific manner at school, which clashes when they get home. So in the Retribalize project, I would actually be saying, look, start homeschooling kids. Here's a good one. Have a look at where the best results come from. Best HSC results come from. Homeschooling is top of the list. Then you get certain private schools, then you get your publics. Sure, people go, no, there's public schools up there. Yeah, but they're those special schools where if your kid's a bloody genius, they give them the best education for free. All right, those public schools, they get into the top list. But your very top list is homeschooling. So if you were going to do a Retribalize project, you want homeschooling. You want trained teachers and target more logic and down to earth subjects that are going to help you build your business, that are going to help you survive in the future, not the shit we're learning in public schools. Like I swear, what's useful you could probably cut down to about 1 to 2 hours per day. Yeah. So speaking, we're all sitting there chatting and there's people going, well, yeah, that sounds like not a bad idea, but I don't want to live out in the country. I don't want to live on a farm. Why wouldn't you be able to do that with a house? Like even if you got together, your paperwork, this is where you need different people. You need your lawyers and accountants, set up systems, which are set up already. People use them successfully. Let's say you got someone that can't afford a house. You get a group helping that family to afford the house. But you don't just flood your money in there and nothing happens. The person's going to lose the house anyway. Right? That person is going to lose the house. Whether it's elderly, but legally, you've got to provide a protective system because this is where tribe protects tribe members. We've got to bring. If we don't bring that back, we're heading for a downfall, big downfall. Now, instead of that person trying to battle through and afford that house, keep him under a roof, keep the family under a roof. Other people flood in. If you've got trades, they help. They help fix the house, maintain. If elderly, they help maintain the yard. They visit them for coffees, right? But on the services provided, has to be monitored and made sure it's at a fair rate, and maybe not get paid for that particular house. Right? It just goes down into the house. So that little bit of a chunk of the house that you've bought into at that time, then from then on in, you also connect the growth of the house. And I'm pretty sure you can put some sort of clause on that house not to be sold until all the investors have been paid. Right, it's all got to get done properly. Because this going off in little single groups, little family going off, no one's help. Once upon a time, we wouldn't have survived. If I go out on my own, which I can be a bit of a loner sometimes, I go out on my own, I wouldn't have survived. You had to be in a family group. Lions, family group. Zebras, family group. It's all there for a specific reason: survival and protection. And we've left it. Now people are going to go, yeah, but it's so easy to rip people off. Yeah, but it's also so easy to cover your asses, cover everyone's asses in there. That's what they don't tell you. As easy as it is to rip people off, it is also easy to cover everyone's ass, and everything gets monitored inside the tribe. So yeah, that's all and you can still do, if you've got a reasonable yard, you can still do, there's a lot of things I don't like. I don't like the way we do eggs. We an egg, a standard egg has got a nucleus of protection around it. So I didn't know this, but if you pick up an egg that's been sitting out, if the chook's laid it under a bush, maybe sometimes if you've ever had chickens, you walk under a bush while you're gardening, there's about 10 eggs in there. You can put them in. People throw them out. They go, oh, they've been out there for a day, 2 days, sitting in the sun or under a bush, sitting outside. And they throw them away. Don't throw them away. You'll instantly know if an egg is, if you crack an egg and your whole room just stinks, your egg's crook. Throw it. Air your house. That's how bad eggs are. But if it's not, now I've been just picking eggs up, and if it doesn't show sign of rotten, I eat it. Never had a problem. Never been sick from it. All right. So if you've got a suburban house, start turning it into a vegetable patch. Start having chickens. If you've got chickens with vegetables, you've got to cover your vegetables, because I swear to God, they'll dig everything up. Everything. That's just chooks, and they'll shit everywhere. I free run my chooks, so I have to lock them up, because if I don't, they'll be taken out by a fox. All right, the sneaky little buggers get in, and sometimes the dogs don't spot them. My dogs like to snooze. So, and they'll all naturally go back into their coop. In the evening, you lock the coop up, everything's wired, secured. In the morning, let them go again. But if you've got a suburban house, there's no reason you can't put raised garden beds, mesh them. You can have a fair few. Look up your local council, how many chickens you're allowed to have. Most places will allow you to have a fair few chickens. And if your neighbours, you always buy them off by giving them a few eggs, and no one complains about it because they're getting free eggs. So there's a lot you can do in a suburban yard, and you can still have that. You can also recruit new members out of a suburban yard once they see you're going successful. Normally the people that will approach you are people that are in financial difficulty. But people that are doing well, they'll go, why do we need to be a part of a group? But soon there'll be growing numbers you'll be able to recruit from. All right, guys, just my thoughts today. Everyone take it easy. See you later.